Now that we're familiar with the functioning of the graph editor, let's focus on some additional examples of query design with chart output. We want to graph customers, each with the total amount invoiced for travel tickets. But we also want the graph as a ranking showing only the 10 clients who made the largest buys. So let's create a new query. We choose New Chart, then select the column graph type, and call this query Amount per Customer. We drag invoice amount over the series area and customer name over the categories area. We then edit the properties so that they read total amount and customer in their respective descriptions. We press View, to view the results sorted in descending order of invoice totals, we return to the Query Addition and drag invoice amount over the order area. And we double-click on the element. Then we select the Formula tab and indicate that what we want to do is sort by the sum of these values. So we define sum invoice amount. For this order to be from the greater to the lesser value, we must indicate the descending order in properties. Now we can press View. But we wanted to view only the 10 customers with the highest amounts invoiced. So by clicking on the tab with the name of the query, we go to the Properties, and in the Maximum Number of Rows property, we indicate the value 10. And the graph is updated showing only the first 10 customers. Now let's see one more example, this time using the timeline graph type. This type of graph shows data along a timeline and includes functionalities like zooming in or comparing with a previous period. We now want to view the total invoiced per date. So we create a new query called Amounts per Date. We then select New Chart, choose the timeline graph type, and call the query Amounts per Date. We drag invoice amount over the series area and invoice date over the categories area. Let's verify that we're adding the total of invoices. We press View. With these options, we can have different zooms to analyze data in more detail. For example, also, when we select this box, we can compare data with a previous period of time. To conclude, we should recall that it's possible to define filters with parameters so that the user may enter different values that will be considered as filters at the time of executing the query. For instance, we enter a date period and view the number of flights made per country in that period.